time again. The guitar's right, my friends are in the barnyard. Grab a bell or grab a stool, we're gonna pick a bit and sing a few in the barnyard. People of all music kind, come on in because it's time. It don't matter what's your style, it don't matter who you are. You may be the next big star in the barnyard.
Hey, welcome to the show. My name's Kenny Dean, host of the Barnyard Jamboree, and yes, we do have security in the Barnyard tonight. You know who it is? Delta Security. Mr. Billy Hay and the whole crew is taking care of it tonight. We need security. This guy right here is a rocker. Up next, Josh Carples.
There are so many things I can't explain, so I'll keep on hiding. And there are so many things I wish I could change, but I tire from trying. And it's been far too long, I must say, since I felt the ocean, and how quickly the timing slips away when we lack devotion. You don't know me. You don't see me. You can't understand when those days just happen. You don't know me. You don't see me. You can't understand when those days just happen. Another month has almost passed me by, and the words stop flowing. I'm sad to say that it's no big surprise, as time has shown me all the ups and downs that find themselves at home change ever slowly, and we convince ourselves that we are not alone, when that's all we can see. And you don't know me. And you don't see me. You can't understand when those days just happen. You don't know me. And you don't see me. You can't understand when those days just happen. And you don't know me. And you don't see me. And you can't understand when those days just happen. And you don't, and you don't, and you don't know me. And you don't, and you don't, and you don't see me. And you can't, and you can't, and you can't understand when those days just happen. I couldn't figure you out, so I left you alone. And this blistering doubt in the emptiest home. Always finds its way back, as if it never got lost. And this will that I lack means I'll never stop paying the cost. Was it just the wrong time to watch the fires burn? And as the wind picks up, the directions turn. With these stakes in the ground, I have become disconnected. To this ghost of a town. And the memory selected only to push me around. Oh, now I get the feeling that the jewel in your crown is a beauty that's fleeting. Was it just the wrong time to watch the fires burn? And as the wind picks up, the directions turn. And now you're screaming at the bridges that you have burned. And now you're screaming at the bridges that you have burned. And now you're screaming at the bridges that you have burned.
I'm telling you what, you talking about this is a singer's singer, Mr. Josh Carples from Montgomery with us tonight. We call it indie rock, because you and I talk about I like your style of music, and you folks will too. And you write all your songs, basically?
Yeah, I mean, everything on the album. I don't really do a lot of covers, and if I'm playing somewhere and I decide to do a cover, it's usually a band that I like that most people in the audience don't. They've never heard, so they would think it was mine anyway, I guess. But yeah, I don't really do a lot of covers at all.
Who inspired you to write this kind of music? Because it's real. It's about life. It's about you folks. You?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's real life experience that spawned it. But I mean, I've got a lot of influences over the years. I'm a big City and Color fan. I grew up, I was listening to like Sunny Day Real Estate. There was a record label called Deep Elm Records that had a lot of indie rock and at the time emo category stuff out, and I would listen to a lot of that, and I listened to a lot of post rock, which is instrumental stuff. I kind of, I like a lot of different things within the rock genre, I guess.
I like your style of playing guitar. I mean, I really like your style of playing. How long have you been playing? A long time? Short time?
Almost, not quite 20 years, I guess about 18 years maybe.
Are you self-taught, or are you
Pretty much, yeah. I never really took lessons. I was in a band and I was singing, but I didn't play an instrument. I was just a lead singer, or I guess screamer at the time. It was heavier music.
You got a great voice. Did you take voice lessons or anything?
For a short amount of time, I did when the band was kind of transitioning. It was a band called 12th Hour way back in the day when I was in like high school and early college, and we kind of transitioned from the heavier stuff to more pop sounding indie type stuff.
Was that easy for you to do that?
Well, I mean, I couldn't sing very well. I was actually surprised that they let me in the band to start with. So I'm glad they did. Glad they did. But, I was, I couldn't sing at all. So it's just been a long process of trying to get better as I go, and hopefully people will dig it.
Wow. Who influenced you? I always hate to ask the same question. Who influenced you to get into music? Was it you?
I've always had a love for music, and growing up, my mother, she sang all the time, and she would hit like high soprano notes. But all growing up, it was always her around the house singing, and so
Was she a happy lady?
She was. Yeah, she was.
Is Mom still with you?
No, wow. I lost her in October.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry, but aren't the memories? Do you hear her singing a lot?
Yeah, she had a wonderful voice. Wow. Yeah. And so growing up hearing music all the time, I always enjoyed it. And then when I got in high school, I got the opportunity to be in a band, and I jumped at it, even though I couldn't play anything, couldn't sing. I was like, I want to do this anyway, and so I did.
Do you, as far as booking, do you want to throw anything out, or as far as picking up your music?
I try to keep everything in one spot at joshcarples.com.
Okay.
So there's links to all of my music stuff. I'm also a filmmaker. There's links to the film stuff that I do, filmography, discography. I've got a film score project where I do instrumental stuff, and I'm also in a new band called Barons. So check out @Barons Music everywhere.
Or you can like say Josh, that's Carples. It's like Carpless. It's Carples. So make sure you're checking them out. I knew we were going to have enough time to talk, but it's all about the music. In fact, that's what this show is all about, is music. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Come back and see us real soon.
I'd love to.
Josh Carples in the Barnyard.
The wind brings a season change, from the sunny days to hurricanes, and our thoughts bring up a history, while all the voices turn to whispering, and what they say I don't always know. Will it be okay just like long ago? We'll all buy some time if you know the place, or we can signal the sky and begin to erase. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. Waiting in the silence of time. We wound so easily, and sometimes the words strike fatally, and we don't know where to run. At every turn we see a setting sun. On another day now laid to waste, on another clue in our cold case. It's just one more scar to have to hide, and a few more steps closer to the line. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. I don't know what you could tell me that I haven't heard before or never noticed. We don't mind waiting in the silence of time. No, we don't mind waiting in the silence of time. No, we don't mind waiting in the silence of time. Save your sympathy, she said. Nice gesture, but it's wasted on the cold. Was that really me, a life we led as opposite wandering souls? Do you hear the things you say when you are no longer in control? Missing memories of a future that never existed or could be foretold. You are a string of broken promises. Your actions scream your whispered best. And I am the backer of this tragedy, while you hide the sins you can't confess. And you're a stranger once again, as black ink bleeds on white pages. The dam is failing because of this flood. Small cracks have been patched in stages. The coming fall signals the death of what looked to be greener pastures. This was nothing more than a chapter displaying our painted disasters. You are a string of broken promises. Your actions scream your whispered best. And I am the backer of this tragedy. Well, you hide the sins you can't confess. You are a string of broken promises. Your actions scream your whispered best. And I am the backer of this tragedy. Well, you hide the sins you can't confess. You made this town feel like a foreign land. And I admit I am a broken man. You made this town feel like a foreign land. And I admit I am a broken man. Broken man, a broken man. When home becomes a foreign land, I must admit I am a broken man. When home becomes a foreign land, I must admit I am a broken man, broken man. You are a string of broken promises. Your actions scream your whisper best. Oh, and I am the backer of this tragedy. While you hide the sins you can't confess, you can't confess, you can't confess. Confess, confess, you can't confess, you can't confess. Confess, confess, you can't confess, you can't confess.
Thank y'all so much for being with us. I'm telling you, it just melts my heart to have an artist like we did tonight, Mr. Josh Carples. We'll see you back out here next week in the Barnyard.
Well, come on, folks, it's time again. The guitars are out, my friends are in the barnyard. Grab a bell or grab a stool, we're gonna pick a bit and sing a few in the barnyard. People of all music kind, come on in because it's time. It don't matter what's your style, it don't matter who you are.